welcome to Mom-versations. This is the channel where you can figure out if that online recipe, food gadget, or trendy food appliance is really worth your dollar and your time. Today, we're doing the ultimate test to Instant Pot or not. Mom, I'm hungry. You just ate. Today I'm going to be trying a recipe that was inspired by the Instant Pot book itself that comes with the Instant Pot. I got the Instant Pot, I'm going to say 2 or 3 years ago for Christmas for my mom. And I hate to say it, like, I love you, Mom, but I wasn't a big fan. Like, it was harder to navigate than I felt like just cooking on the stovetop would be. And it was just all around just a more difficult process, I felt like, than it was worth. But there were a couple things that I really liked it for, which were rice, boiling eggs, and also I really, really liked it for like this quick bolognese recipe. It's kind of like a cheater bolognese recipe that I just thought was really tasty, and it's a good quick meal. But I was still curious, like, how much longer would this actually take on the stovetop, just doing it like the normal way? Because the Instant Pot takes a lot of time to come up to pressure, release pressure, and all that jazz. So we're going to get right to it and test it out minute for minute. And I'm going to let you know, do you Instant Pot or not? So what I've just done right before I started recording this video was I turned the water on high right here to boil the pasta. Because in Instant Pot, you don't need to boil water. I have meat going in this front pan and meat going back in my Instant Pot. And I literally just turned them all on at the same time. The first thing I will say is, obviously, the saute function on this Instant Pot behind me is a lot better because it's already sizzling, and this burner is a joke. We're going to be sending this burner back. Sorry about it, but it's a joke. Okay, so let me see. Is it even on? Yeah, it is. Special. Guys, literally, what is it called? I know, I'm not going to bash it, but we're sending it back. We're sending it back. It's going back. All right, so what I have going on is, for this pasta recipe, it usually calls for penne, but I really like the rotini. My kids like it a lot. It's fun. It holds sauce really well. And I buy the Berea veggie rotini. Again, it's not a sponsorship. No one cares about me. So this is just something I actually like to buy. And I feel like it'll go really well with this. And you can use this for a lot of different things. But anyway, it's a half a cup of servings of vegetables for every 2 ounces, which any way you could sneak it in, you know what I mean? So the meat is finally cooking up here. I'm going to salt and pepper both pots. And really just season it like with a pinch of salt and pepper, just enough, you know. What we're doing is we're going with the meat, and it's just 97.3 lean ground beef, and I'm just going to break it up like you would when you're browning meat. I want it to be completely fair, so like I said, I had just turned all of these on right when I started, and I'm just kind of breaking that up. And this is also a pasta recipe that would be really easy to do with mushrooms instead of the beef. If you wanted to do like a vegetarian type of pasta recipe, this would be really good for that. So while the meats are going, they're about halfway done right now. I'm just going to continue to season. You want to make sure and season every layer of anything you cook. And this is just a really quick dish that, like I said, I kind of stole from the Instant Pot cookbook, but I didn't really steal it because I have a really low, like, I'm too impatient to read recipes when it's something that, like, I know I can do or that's easy like this. So I kind of I got the gist of it and took off running with it. So right now, this is about, I'd say half the way done. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and add in some diced onion to both pots. We're giving an equal fight here. And that's just going to get going with the meat and kind of just become translucent. You want to sweat these onions out till they're translucent, see-through, especially if you're cooking for my family because they like to pick onions out and act like it's like the biggest deal in the world. Okay, so onions are going. I'm going to throw in some dried herbs here. Basil, fresh would be better. If you're going to do fresh, do it at the end. But right now, I'm not seeing any really pretty basil in the store, so I'm not doing that. I'm going to go in with some oregano, and I'm just doing a sprinkle over the meat. I'll add some more, too, when we add in the other stuff. And I'm going to go in with some garlic powder. Just a little bit because we're putting fresh garlic into the recipe. And some people just think, oh, if it's Italian cooking, like, just kill it with garlic. But you just don't really need to do that. It's not necessary. Water just started boiling, and this just pot of water I have here. So that lid's hot. I'm going to salt the water a little bit just because you want that to be seasoned for your pasta. And then I'm going to take, oh my Lord. Okay, there we go. I'm going to take this veggie rotini. Why does it always happen to me? Okay, I'm going to dump her on in. It's like really hard. Okay, veggie rotini's out of here. That's hot. Okay, so that's going back to the boil. That's supposed to go for like 8 minutes. Let me make sure. This is veggie pasta. 7 minutes till al dente. We want it al dente. Okay, I'm going in with just about a clove's worth of minced garlic. That's done. We're just going to stir it. I feel like so pulled between the two. I have to say, like, I'm a little biased against the Instant Pot because I just don't love it. And is it an Instant Pot or Instapot? Instant, so I was right. Thank you. Why don't you look at it? He said. I'm just saying. I see your true colors shining through. Ah! It's okay. These things happen. These things happen. We're all right. We're all right. We're still going. We're good. Just exploded a little. We're okay. So I'm going to let that boil. Don't turn it down. Don't be afraid of the heat. Don't be afraid. All right. So the meat's done. I'm going to dump in a can of tomatoes. Fire roasted. I like the fire roasted. I'm not sure it really adds any flavor. I just feel like, I don't know, I just feel better about myself when I buy the fire roasted. So that goes in the Instant Pot as well. So it calls for a 1/4 cup of red wine. This is Holland House red cooking wine. The difference is that it has like basically no alcohol in it to, like 10% by volume. So I live in a dry county and this is basically the best I can do in a Walmart grocery pickup order. So that's what we're doing. I'm just dumping it in because you want to kind of deglaze the bottom of that pan. And it's only calling for about a 1/4 cup. I'm eyeballing it. That's in both pots. And we're going to, the Instant Pot recipe. What happened here? Oh, it cut the thing off. Special. Okay. I don't feel like that's a fair shake, but whatever. We lost about a minute of cook time. Okay, so all of that wine is just going to cook out. Pot recipe actually calls for a 1.5 cups of water, and I actually replaced half of that with beef stock. So because I'm not cooking my noodles in this pan, it's not a single skillet mill, I don't need as much beef stock. I'm just putting it in it for flavor. So I'm just going to open it and just dump it in. I'm going to say probably about a 1/2 cup. So that's all ready to go. Now the Instant Pot is prepped and it's ready to go ahead and dump your pasta in and come up to pressure. So like I said, I've been doing this the exact same way. It needed to stay on that saute to deglaze. If I didn't do that and I just let it go to pressure, then it'd be really boozy and gross. So dumping that in. Again, I'm going to add a little seasoning to that. You just want to make sure that pasta is seasoned. And then what I'm going to do, because it's a cheater pumpkin eater sauce, is I'm going to go ahead and dump a jar of good marinara in. So you're really just doctoring up a jarred sauce here. But if you ever do have the time to actually do like a homemade bolognese, please take the time to do it. If you need a recipe, let me know. But it's just really good, rich, like yummy sauce that cooks for a really long time. So it's definitely worth the wait. But for a weeknight meal, this is the route to go. So we're dumping that over the top of that pasta. And we're not going to do anything else with that pasta. We're not really going to mix it in or anything. We're just going to leave it be. So this is starting to boil and simmer. Instant Pot lid is going on officially. It's sealed, and we're switching from saute to pressure cook for 5 minutes. If I was a betting lady, which I'm not, but if I was, I'm going to probably say that this stovetop is going to win out over that Instant Pot for this one, which is really surprising because this is an Instant Pot recipe I really like. One of the few. Another one would be chicken and rice, so maybe we'll do that one next. Y'all let me know. Let me know what you want to see. Let me know what you want compared. I'd be happy to do it. We just want to know what you want to see. Okay, so that's the sauce going. I'm going to put the lid on that and let it simmer for about, I don't know, just a few minutes. It doesn't have to go for very long because you have a jar sauce in there, so it's already kind of good. It's done. I don't want it to overcook. So, excuse me, we'll be right back. I'm going to go dump this pasta water out. All right, so we're back. I just dumped out the pasta water from the noodles on the stove. The Instant Pot has the noodles in it. Remember, it's a one-pot thing, so that's going right now, and we're waiting on it to come up to pressure. And remember, once it comes up to pressure, we still have to wait 5 minutes, and then it will let us quick release to get that end result. So what I've been doing this whole time, we've had this simmering for about 3 or 4 minutes, and it's looking pretty good. I mean, like I said, it's a jar marinara, so it's already been going for a while. So we're just kind of letting that simmer and kind of blend together, meld together those flavors. If you're wondering why there's a small amount of grape tomatoes behind me, it's because once upon a time I had a plan for those, but then I forgot to throw them in the recipe, so those are just for fun. All right, so this is going, and it's been, like I said, the Instant Pot, it's been about 3 minutes since I put it on, and it's still not up to pressure. Sorry guys, I don't see the Instant Pot winning on this one. I'm just shocked by that. Probably say this is done. It's been simmering for about 5 minutes. It wouldn't hurt it to go longer. It wouldn't hurt it to go 10 or 20 minutes. It depends on how long you have. But as far as tasting good and being like ready to serve, it's good to go. So let me see where the Instant Pot is. This has been simmering for about 5 minutes, and I've just finished getting rid of the pasta water. Basically, I would really call this done. So the Instant Pot is still coming up to pressure. I started everything at exactly the same time. At first, I really thought the Instant Pot was going to win because its saute function is so much hotter than what I could get on this little burner here. If I had had it on my gas burner, it would have gone that much faster, but I didn't want y'all to have to look at me twisting around the whole time, which you kind of did anyway. It's done. It looks really tasty. It's garlicky. It smells good. So I'm going to turn it off and just kind of let it finish going there. While I wait to put the pasta in. I was kind of trying to give the Instant Pot a fighting chance, but it's literally still not up to pressure. Again, this is a couple years old, but I mean, it's not like it sits unused. I use it for eggs and stuff. So I can feel it kind of coming up to pressure, but yeah, I mean, I'm just not thinking it's gonna win out on this one. Now, the only thing that could make this win out is if the Instant Pot actually just produces a better product because it's more pressurized and like maybe that sauce gets thicker and just better tasting. But as far as time, man, we really kicked its butt with just being on the stove. So I'm just going to combine these, and then as soon as the Instant Pot finishes, we'll combine the two dishes and see if one's better than the other. So this meal was finished in less than 20 minutes. The Instant Pot, you know, is still coming up to pressure even several minutes later. So just kind of waiting on that to happen. I will still show you guys the two dishes at the end just so we can see if one looks better than the other, or maybe if the Instant Pot was worth that because it made a better dish overall. But as it stands now, if you're just looking for something quick and tasty on a weeknight, just go with the stove and the skillet. I mean, it really did not help you at all to use the Instant Pot on time. The only thing I will say is the Instant Pot is a one-pot meal, and it's something that you're going to be able to walk away from. But, I mean, if you're waiting all that much longer, then is it really worth it to be able to walk away? I don't know. I'd rather stand here for 15 or 20 minutes, get it all done, and have the kids eating than, like, have to deal with waiting like this, because it's really still lengthening the time of your dinner preparation. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so it's finally up to pressure. So I'll check back in just a few and let you know which dish turned out better. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments below. I would love to answer any questions or let you know about anything you need to know about. And if you like our channel and you like to see videos like this, hit subscribe because we're here for you, comparing all of the appliances and foodie trends. So we'll be back shortly. Hey guys, I'm back. This is the end of the bolognese battle, the Instant Pot versus just doing the whole same dish on the skillet, on the stove, like a quick weeknight meal. I'm just going to kind of pick through it a little bit so you can kind of see the difference. I would probably say that the skillet has won out on this one. Number one, the Instant Pot ended up taking after coming to pressure, cooking, and quick release, about 30 minutes, and the one on the stove went about 20, a little less than 20 actually, over the course of the video. So I just wanted to show you the result here. That was the stovetop one. You can see the sauce is really nice and bound. It looks really good. And over here looks pretty good too. I mean, Instant Pot did not put out a bad product. The noodles are way softer than I like them. You can kind of see they're kind of, I'm not going to say pure mush, but they're definitely not holding up as well as the ones that I just boiled in water. The ones I boiled in water obviously have way more of a hold. They're holding their texture. And I was able to control the flavor really well of those because I salted that water without having to salt the rest of the meal. So I would say definitely on the stove, 1 out with this one. Sorry, Instapot. Maybe next time. Y'all have a great night. Thanks for watching.
It's super duper yum.